y'all, it's Kate from LoveStory, and today I thought I would do another tag because it's been a little bit and we're in a kind of a reading lull where I'm reading a lot of big books, so I won't have a lot of videos coming this week. So I'm going to be doing the BookTube Giving Tag, which as told is created by Elliot Brooks, and so I will copy Elle's original video down here and some other videos of the BookTube Giving Tag that I loved. Alan at Library of Alexandria and Philip Chase too. So let's just get right into it because this is going to be a short video, but I love giving books as gifts. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love giving gifts, period. Like, it's absolutely my favorite thing in the world to do besides reading, but when I get to give books as gifts, that's the best. So question 1 says, what's a book you would give to everyone if you could? And I have 2 different answers for that. So first, the actual book that I would give would probably be The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I love this book so much, and the lessons in this book that you get through the story is something that everyone needs to learn. It's such a heartfelt book. It's an amazing book. I love it so much. I gave it 5 stars and I recommend it to all sorts of people. And it's just one of those books that I feel like everyone needs to read at some point in their life. But the other answer is when I give books as gifts, I don't give everyone the same book because not everyone will like the same book. So I try to give books in relation to what people like. So if, like, my dad is a big fishing, hunting, sports fan, so I try to find books that relate to those. My sister is a mom, so I find a lot of fun mom books and cookbooks for her because she loves to cook too. And so I try to find books that fit the person's lifestyle and likes and interests instead of just random books that they probably won't like. That way you can guarantee that they'll maybe like it more or maybe pick it up and not just give it away. Question 2, what's a book that you couldn't give a rat's hiney about? And for this, I'd say it was probably the Game of Thrones series, about Fire and Ice series. I say this because I just haven't been interested in it at all since it came out. I didn't even know it came out. I started watching the show and didn't even know it was a book first. And now it's like George R.R. Martin says that the next book is going to come out next year, but no one believes him at all. And I say I couldn't give a rat's hiney about it, but probably will pick it up someday because I have major fear of being left out. And I just want to see what all the fuss is about and see how different the books are from the show. So yeah. Number 3, given the holidays are coming up, what is a book that you hope someone will give you? So I hope people that are watching this will give me these books because I'm really excited about them, but I also don't expect it to. But my answer is there's a couple different books. So the Outlander Kitchen Cookbook, which looks so cool. Also, I forget the title of it, but the Outlander book by Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish, kind of like their travel book, I think it is, or something like that. That one's very new and it looks really great. I can't wait to watch their TV series too. I have to remember to do that. Also, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, because I know this book has gotten such rave reviews. Just about everyone has loved this book, and I know this is one of Abby's absolute favorite books, and I can't wait to read it. And so I want it now, before all that hype dies away and I forget why people are excited about it. And also the Barack Obama memoir that comes out tomorrow. I love Barack Obama. He was one of our best presidents ever, and I can't wait to read his new book, The Promised Land. It comes out tomorrow, people. Number 4, what is a book series you've given up on? If you've seen my videos before, you know my answer to this is the Devil Wears Prada series. I I can't do it. I forced my way through book 1, and I started book 2, and that's what led me to DNF books. I just can't do it. I'm not interested in reading the rest of book 2, and I'm not interested in book 3. I just can't do it. That's it. Question 5. Who's a character you wish an author would give more time to? This is a great question. I love this question, and the next one, even though I don't know if I have an answer to that one yet. But so this question, I'm going to kind of turn it a little bit, and I reread the Harry Potter series just about every year, and I love it every time I do, and I learn new stuff. But two things that I wish would come out of that. We've got a lot of spin-offs coming off with, the Crimes of Grindelwald and the Cursed Child and all of that. But I want to see spin-offs about, one, if Neville was the chosen one, if he was the chosen one instead of Harry, what that universe would have looked like, what that story would have looked like. And 2, the whole story from Voldemort's point of view. I think those 2 spin-offs would be so much fun, and I would read it instantly. Question 6. Who's a character you wish an author would give less time to? And this one is hard for me because I try to enjoy the books as they are because that's what the author envisioned. I guess I would say maybe like all of the other characters in Ulysses that aren't the main character, because they distract me so much when we get their point of views that I can't follow that book at all. I did finish the audiobook this year, which was a plus for me, but I still have no idea what the story was really about or who the main character was. So I'd say all the other main characters in Ulysses, just so I know what that story is about and who we're supposed to be focusing on. Question 7. If you had to give up almost all of your books, which ones would you keep? And I did a major unhaul when we moved into the new apartment this year, and I unleashed like 10 to 12 boxes of books at my local Goodwill store. So I did that a lot. I gave up a lot of books that I knew I wouldn't read, a lot of very old books that were falling apart, those kinds of things. But books that I would keep, I would say, like, if I could only have very limited books, I would choose probably my Harry Potter books, because those, I get new things out of every time I read it, no matter how many times I read it, and it has a lot of sentimental value to me. So I would choose that, and then I would get all the other books from the library, because we all need to support our libraries anyways. But I would say probably the Harry Potter books, because it's almost like a new story every time I read it. Question 8. What's the best bookish things you've been given? So bookish things, I would say, is my favorite coffee mug. Go away, I'm reading coffee. And you can't really see it because there's coffee in there, but on the bottom there's a pair of glasses. And it's the perfect size, and it looks great. It's my favorite. Like, I just want to tell people when I'm reading, go away, I'm reading. So I just kind of have this book around a lot just to give that kind of message. I don't know if I would have a best book that I've been given, but I love it when people write little messages in books to me. Like, I have a bunch of Hemingway books that my mom gave me back when I was at college and in grad school, and she would write little, like, birthday messages and stuff to me in the book, which makes me want to A, keep those books even more because there's a personal message in there, and B, just like it shows me that you've given some thought to the book, to the gift, and not just, hey, here's a book. So that's kind of a different take on that question too. Question 9. What is a book someone gave you wish you could give back? So this is, here's a funny story. I gave my dad a book once for, I think it was Christmas, and it was called something like Hemingway on Hunting. and I thought like it would be a great tie-in with one of my favorite authors at the time, Ernest Hemingway, with one of my dad's favorite activities, which is hunting. And so I gave him that book, and he says he read it, and then he gave it back to me, and I'm like, I have no interest in this. I thought you would be interested in it. He claimed that he thought I would be interested in it since I gave him the book, but I have no interest in hunting. So that was one of the books that I gave away to the Goodwill, but I wish I could have just given that back to him and be like, I gave this to you, not to give back to me. It was so weird. But yeah, that's my answer for that, Hemingway and hunting. Question 10, name a time in a book a character was given something significant. And so the first thought I had was obviously Harry Potter, when he was given the invisibility cloak that was his dad's from Dumbledore. But I'm going to take that Harry Potter answer and give a slightly less popular answer, and that would be the photo album that Hagrid gives him, because that had pictures of all of his parents and all of the Order of the Phoenix, and it really meant a lot to Harry because he had no pictures of his parents and he knew nothing of his parents before he went to Hogwarts. And so that, I think, although the invisibility cloak was more useful, I think that photo album of pictures meant more to Harry, and it kind of pushed the Dumbledore's army into action. And that was the last question, so I'm going to tag some people here. And as always, if I have tagged you and you've already done this and I just haven't seen your video yet, your duty is now to tag others in the comments. So I tagged Kim at Books and Breadsticks, Gregory aka Benedict LePerch, Abby Salter, Jessie at The Bookish Mom, and Geeklet. So let me know what your answers to these questions are. I love to know about what people love getting as gifts or giving as gifts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you already subscribed, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when I put out new videos. And that's it for now. We'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.